Briggs. All right, thank you for joining us. So tonight, we're going to do things a little bit differently. So this is Martian manipulation, uh, religion, religion. Kind of title this religion creation. Yeah, just leave it that way. Reptilian controllers losing their grip, and sea levels rising. So sea levels rising, yeah, the vibrations are increasing, which is a good thing. I'd say life's going to be completely easy. Even for me, today, my job, if I'm trying to say, trying to clear my energy, and my job comes calling in, and so my day got kind of derailed, which is interesting. Eventually, that'll fade out in the sunset, but yeah, it kind of derailed my day, at least my later part of my day. So that was unusual. That's never happened before, actually. So energies are shifting. So normally I do channel. So this is gonna be a different type of channeling connection. It's more like a conscious connection, because I try to channel these beings that are here that I'm sensing, but when I channel them, it's not the same energy. It's just not. Yeah, because everything is so close to our reality. So I don't need a channel. I mean, I'm channeling it, but it's more of a conscious connection. And because I did some videos for the Patreon trying to tap more further in, and I wouldn't get the same thing that hasn't been uploaded yet. But those will see what I'm talking about. We'll have to add more to that to make up for some of that, because it's kind of a blot, but they are here. I feel like it's not that we're seeing what's here, but the veil between us and their world, the alien world, is getting thinner little by little. Let's put it that way. And we'll just anyway, we'll go into that. So it's going to be a different type of. We'll just see where this goes. Roll. One with an update, and also I'll be showing stuff. Maybe not right now, but I'll be doing web stuff if I need to search for something. So it's gonna be totally different. I'll still do channeling, but this is a different type of connection anyway. This is avatar.com, our private sessions. We have the shop here. I'm getting close to like the 11th or the 14th. It's one of the two. I forgot. Same situation here. We have the webinar, social network, Rabbit, behind the scenes, and of course it has Mars, Venus. Yeah. So with Mars is like what Elon Musk wanting to go to Mars. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but isn't that kind of weird? It's like, you want to go to Mars, like you don't have no moon station, we don't have a hotel in space, we don't have anything, but yeah, all of a sudden we go to Mars. I mean, I understand why I want to go to Mars, but shouldn't you be doing more here first? I mean, go to Mars, throw some stuff over there, whatever. They got the rover over there and send a refrigerator there or something. But shouldn't you be doing stuff here? Just a thought. Maybe we're just so boring here. Not that Mars is much better. So Mars has a lot of deep energies within it. I mentioned yesterday about, for us, it might look like a barren planet, but they're showing us what they want us to see. So Mars is a deep wound connection here. Like, I believe they have a lot of connection to religion. They don't make themselves known for obvious reasons. Let's see. Jeez. I feel like we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna unload and take it or leave it. That's like a normal channel, but this is once again a conscious connection. And here we go. So Martians had a lot to do with Atlantis being brought here in secret, meaning that the Martians weren't always aware. I mean, they made themselves known. So you can say it was kind of like a trap or whatever it might be. The Martians knew exactly what they were doing. So they're they're not going to go into detail why they want this planet. I mean, there's other people probably tapping the different versions of it, but I mean, it's not always about humanity. It's about the planet itself, about its worth, um, and that we're, easy. I mean, it's been protected by other beings, and but you can find a way around that. And so with Atlantis coming in, it's like, oh, look, Atlantis is here. Everything's getting better. Everybody's high vibrations, so everything's fine, right? And all of a sudden, somebody comes in, manipulates it, and tears it all apart. So it's there's other things here going on. And Mars, yeah, is a deep wound within Mars. Obviously, they're not going to reveal it. Some people have their different versions of why Mars is, how it. I believe Mars destroyed itself of their own doing, or maybe they didn't destroy themselves. Either way, they're part of their own demise. However you want to look at it, everything might be fine over there. Everything might not be fine. It's not where they're physically, but for our dimension, we're pretty much not there. So, well, we're not there right now, are we? I mean, are we? Can you go from this planet to that planet without a problem? No. So we don't really know what the hell's going on. So, but either way, they're part of our, at least the mythology of them being taken out. Um, Obviously, I'll make it that clear, but Mars plays a big role in our. Of course, Venus plays a role too, but Mars plays a big role in just our society structure. I believe, yes, it played a big role in manipulating Anunnaki and Atlanteans. I mean, you can say the Martian is the super soldier. Like, up to universe's standard, Martians were, because I kept feeling it was like the DNA of the Martians were just very unique compared to anything else that was out there. At least I can pick up on it, at least. So, and they no, yeah, it's like Mad Max connected. They have cars, flying cars, vehicles, things like that to some degree. Um, they have like a Native American energy connected to them also. So, oh yeah, this was the other thing. Let's get out of the title here. That was it. Indians, Indians, and Atlantis. I was forgetting something. Yeah, that's probably going to be the main title of this, but Mars, yeah, there's like a deep wound within Mars that is so hidden, wounded, higher frequencies after manipulation. They just figured things out. They like engineered a planet. I mean, it feels like they know every ins and out of a planet and knows how to manipulate it from any way possible. It's like you're a weaponized human. And yeah, they're just sneaky little guys too. So they have their own reptilians, and they Martian or Orion or Martian reptilians. They are here. Some of them are black, some of them are blue, and all different variations. Obviously, you're used to the green. Like our politicians, the structure of our reality comes from Mars. Let's put it that way. It's very Martian connected. I know there's archons, and yes, it's involved with it, but it's also Martian connected. Even the Greek, I would say some of those type of buildings, actually, some of that Greek architecture comes from Venus, but also Mars. So it's just obviously other planets have it too, but we're just kind of keeping it in the neighborhood at this time. So, and of course, the creation of religion, I would say even the Martians have their own religion of taking over planets. And if Mars being like there's nothing there as a smoke screen, I wouldn't be surprised. Because there's more going on. Obviously, people are secret space program, so there's a lot going on. It's always Mars, isn't it? Secret space program, Mars. It's always Mars. Never any Jupiter, maybe here and there, maybe hear about Mercury. It's always Mars for a reason. So Yeah, a lot of Masonic energies come from Mars. Even Palladian energies come from Mars because the Palladians learned a lot from the Martians, uh, for better or for worse. I believe the Martians trying to take over the Palladians. I believe they have taken over some of them. So there's many different layers to manipulation. But yeah, the deep wound within Mars is not taking itself too well now. But I say a planet destroying planet destroying technologies, but also how to architecture of how to take over a world from the inside. So they're extremely patient. Um, and yeah, they do show like they're wear a ring, like the Masons do, and other Rosicrucians, wherever it is, they wear rings to. It's well because identify themselves or pride themselves. More of it's pride. A lot of it's pride. It's like, but yeah, obviously, secret societies are not going to make themselves known because they're secret for obvious reasons. But the reptilian energies here that are losing their grip. Not exactly just yet, of course. We have to go through our own, meaning that they're allowing more little information here. They're not going to let a bulk of information come through, but little pieces here and there. The Martians play a big role in our clocks being created, time being created. Um, yeah, they're like a time bomb society. They're not, I mean, they're part of secret societies. They usually were, yeah, the cloak, the robe, and the hood, and things like that. That's Martian energy. I know obviously there's more to it than that, but it's still very Martian. Yeah, it's when you really think about when you I mean like yeah, it's like what was it, Worlds? That's from Mars. I mean everything is from Mars, right? I'm not sure if we have any B movies about Mars all that much, but that might start coming out, or if it hasn't already. A lot of yeah, a lot of our science fiction movies are about Mars. The Martian, there's another one, but our fascination with Mars is very unique because they're like our, our bosses here. Well, technically. Let's see. Yeah, reptilian energies here. So some of the reptilians go against. So some of them are part of the foot soldiers here, keeping our reality going. A lot of them, you can say a lot of them are quitting. Obviously, you don't see it physically, but you never. Well, you just got to go by what you feel on that one. Of course, like with Biden falling apart mentally, that's a good sign. That's a great sign of just corruption being seen. It's not fun to watch or anything, but I think he's as corrupt as you get. But well, it's probably more than that. But anyway, yeah, he's going to become senile and vicious to reporters. It's going to get worse, and worse, and worse. I don't think they're going to take him out of office. I think they want to just have the egg fry for a long time. For many different reasons. I don't feel a government coup or anything. I just feel, yeah, deterioration of government. Yeah, because we are shifting out of this paradigm eventually. Not yet, but eventually. This is, yeah, it's like a turning point of, because like Trump was like the end of an era of what we are used to, and now we're going to bizarre land. Pretty obvious, isn't it? We're going into the unknown. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just we're going into like an alien reality. So, and all this has been done by design. Phil NORAD's energy. NORAD is the air, just, yeah, where NORADs actually are like the commander of NORAD can be the president. So it's kind of like that's a shadow government to always an arm of it, a major arm, because of all the presidents or people that are going to be second command, third command, NORAD, if I remember right, is right up there. So that's a big deal. So that's aviation, of course, but of course the Navy is a bigger part. But anyway, but still. So yeah, this is all feels like it's all planned. Obviously, all planned. They do show like a table. I'm thinking about it. planning it out. They're not wearing hoods and stuff like that. I feel like it is an underground facility where they're doing all these, making these decisions. Obviously, they're not going to be out of the Caribbean doing this. I doubt it. Well, because they're manifesting our reality. Yeah, they get us to do it. Well, they manifest it, but they put the energy into humanity to make it happen. If that makes any sense. Of course, we agree upon it. They just put the energies like, this is what we want to do. Like they have these like secret meetings and stuff like that. Not to go into detail of that. So yeah, these like the Bilderberg group would have said. So they have the secret but sort of public, but still them just discussing it, it goes into the Earth's energy field and we pick up on it. So I feel over time people become more aware of like I've heard during a webinar or something like there's a secret meeting happening or something like that somewhere. There's probably always a secret meeting going on somewhere, especially in Geneva, Switzerland. Anywhere in Switzerland, Geneva, definitely. Just because maybe it's the chocolate that's there. But yeah, the rising sea levels means you have going to higher frequencies, of course. And yeah, that the rising sea levels is, of course, we had that the condo in Miami that fell apart recently. I feel like there's more to it than that, but I'm not going to go into that. Yeah, it's not. I think it's more to it anyway. We're in for a new. We might be into a time of rising sea levels and more Earth changes, possibly. Not exactly yet, but this is difficult to see the future because the future keeps shifting. So, but yeah, it is a possibility of some kind of Earth changes on its way. If it's sea levels, at least they're giving us a warning as they slowly turn up the knob on that, which is inevitable anyway. So it's not going to be too drastic, but we're on our way for that, definitely. Okay, so the Native Americans and Atlantis, the Bermuda Triangle. Boy, the Native Americans were well aware of the Bermuda Triangle at one time, of course. They don't really pay much attention to it overall, but they're connected to the higher frequencies of it. You can say there are some higher dimensional beings, maybe on Florida area, that actually were part of the destruction of Atlantis, meaning that it doesn't mean that they were negative, meaning they got tired of the place. It's like, this needs to go. It became so corrupt, so just horrible, it had to be eaten by the ocean. So technically it could still exist, but I'm feeling higher dimensional beings just had enough. So there's a little bit to all those stories, but funny, I'm getting that from the Native Americans. So you can say that as many beings were taking the physical, becoming physical beings, like a Native American being, and we can live with this just fine. We can make this work. And then you see, we're pretty decent with each other. We're not perfect, but we're not trying to take over the world. Let's put it that way. And I don't think Native Americans look like they're trying to do that at all. So you got a lot of the Native Americans are like the peaceful people of Atlantis and Lemuria and so forth, whoever. Just use that for example. And just pretty much had enough of Atlantis, just had enough of the energies. And from what I'm feeling here, brought it down just by vibrational shifts and whatever negative had to happen to take it down. But they're not trying, like I said, I don't feel like those are negative beings that did that. Just enough of it. So I keep saying that because I'll make that clear. And then Native Americans I feel like they're a higher vibrational. They can maybe fly at one time, possibly. They just had obviously a higher sense of knowing. And as the Earth lost Atlantis, it lost Lemuria, mostly because of Lemuria's energy is lost. The vibrations card, yeah, the corruption. But there are, I think, what was it, Rosa? I forget who it was, but Rosicrucians in United States before the United States was discovered. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that was the Phoenicians, which I wouldn't be surprised. Probably Rosicrucians also. Yeah, this isn't a big secret here. I mean, maybe on history's level it's a secret, but a lot of secret societies are here in America way before, yeah, doing rituals. So this is like their heaven, you can say. You say some of the Native Americans were not exactly the most positive, obviously, over time. Some of them became very, yeah, powerful, like witches, you can say. And it does feel like some of them went to Europe to use their powers. Because, yeah, Native Americans, they can just build up all this vibrational energy. They can, I don't know if they can fly, but I wouldn't be put it past them. But they can go to like Europe or something and make themselves king or whatever it might be. So I wouldn't be surprised a lot of Native American energies over there. They're just not going to say that. They'll call them something else. Western European or something like that. But they're full. It just history erased it, the knowledge. That's all. History, yeah, that's Anunnaki. There's more to than that, but it's Anunnaki. Sometimes just for our best good, I guess, sort of. However you want to look at that. So the Martian, go back to Mars. Of course, you can take this however you want. Mars, of course, I just took that away. Of course, the creation of religion, I already brought that up. Yeah, they take that away. That's nice. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, something came in with the Martians, and I think they're not ready to confess fully yet. I had in my thoughts, ready to say it, they removed it. Nice. Okay, enough about that. Let's see what else. They're part of the Native American energies. I do feel a lot of the Martian is in Mexico, definitely. A lot of your tribes are Martian energies. It's not all Martian, but for the most part. And your what is it? Your Venus energies are more of your feminine. At one time, a weaponized Amazonian trying to take over the world or whatever it is during Atlantis. I mean, once again, it was positive there, but they became toxic over time. Because of the Martian influence has something to do with it. Most likely has something to do with it. You can say blame Mars for everything, but I mean, the Venetians had their issues. They weren't perfect, but then you add a little Martian to it, and now it's like, oh, well, we can rule this planet, right? And before they were kind of rough on each other, and that was about it. It was like, well, we can be gods here. You know that, right? So that little Martian element came through, and we see it now through the social justice and all that stuff that's going on now. So, of course, Martians are very connected to our media, celebrities, breeding programs. So that's the lowest denominator is to grow humans and to use them as slaves. But and to feed us meat and all that to lower our frequency so they can control us more. We learned a lot through all of that, but yeah, I feel like Mars, it's not going to unlock it. A lot of the churches have Martian energies, at least the Catholic churches, most of them. Well, because obviously these huge cathedrals are pulling in portals and all, who knows what. Yes, beings from other parts of the universe, not friendly. Of course, the friendly ones are here, but it's like, gosh, they keep opening up portals to demonic energies from who knows where. And it keeps adding to our energy to keep people in fear, keep people under control. So yeah, this is more of a. I mean, those cathedrals are pulling in anything they can get their hands on. I mean, you look at a cathedral, how it's built. It's like an antenna to who knows where. Of course, you have archon cities everywhere, but the cathedrals are probably the biggest weapon we have here. I mean, the cities are strong. I feel like the cathedrals are stronger just because they're putting faith in people. They're programming them. How to reverse all this? Well, I'll become aware of it. I mean, there are, as you shift our vibration, eventually we'll see like creatures roaming around that are not human. That's something you'll see in mythology. Now, it doesn't mean we're there yet, but who knows? People might start seeing it, and you get little things here and there, Loch Ness monster sighting, even alien sighting. You get little sightings here and there, but eventually there'll be more. I don't know when, but as things start to shift, you'll see more of the creatures that are here, for good or for worse. Some good, some not so. Um, I feel like it's something we need to go through. I mean, we're not quite there. Basically, for that to happen, more people have to be open to that. This isn't normal. What we're living now is it's getting old fashioned. This timeline, getting up, going to work, being in a prison society is great and everything. You get to feed yourself, but it's going to start losing its energy. It already is now. People don't want to go back to work. Completely understand. Just the system is going to slowly retire itself, not fast. You can't fix this thing fast. But we're going into a time where more people are going to look within themselves in some form or another. They might not be able to see these things, but they feel more comfortable in just using their intuition and picking up bizarreness. That's the era we're slowly. We've been in here for a while, but it's going to get more popular because our reality obviously is not going to break down instantly, but eventually it's going to start sliding apart. It's going to start falling apart little by little. Like you see with the police falling apart, even with the stores, the malls are not doing. The third dimension it's deteriorating right in front of us. But as more people have nothing better to do, which is good, got nothing else to do, free time, it's like they just start trusting themselves, which takes time. As I mean, not one person can explain what's here. There's so many different things here, but all of us together tapping in all this strangeness is just people aren't falling for this reality anymore. But they say like decoding the reality, but how are they really breaking free? They say they're breaking free. Are they really breaking free? I mean, are they really ready? And are the beings controlling this reality ready to let you go? Yes and no. Some of them will say, "Oh, you're breaking free from the reality," but you feel like you're still stuck, you're still going to the same old job, still doing the same old shit. You're still part of the same system. But we're going into a time of basically saying no to this reality. Not that you're trying to be violent to anybody or anything. It's just that you're just done with all of this. And that's when it starts to collapse. Buildings start to fall apart and whatever. That's the time we're going. We're in the beginning stages of it. You can say we've been in it for a while, but we're going to start to accelerating. How? Don't know. Just putting out this vibration now, and not to be super popular with all this. I mean, for myself, but just the energy of it, just rejecting this reality and not being violent about it, just being willing to question your reality. Like astral realm is, I mean, people already know it to a certain extent, but it's like it's a dream world where you can think anything, it appears there. You can open up a door, end up on another planet somewhere. Your room can go upside down. You can be floating around, whatever, and so on and so on. Yeah, it gets so addicting. Why would you want to come back to this place? But this is where the war is. I mean, I feel like it's fascinating and astral to look at this planet, of all the manipulations, like, wow, that is some sight, and we have no clue. So we were living our normal lives, and you have like dinosaurs walking by us and whatever, but we don't see anything. We just see our lives. We don't see alien beings interacting with anything. We don't see nothing. We're just, of course, more people are opening up. That many people, I don't know how many people have seen a dinosaur. I imagine people that can see a dinosaur in another dimension. Well, they're here. I'm not sure what they're doing, but they're here. The reptilian forces. I mean, think about the reptilians that are controlling our reality. So you just like we have our army. You know, that's another thing. When our army has nothing to do, it starts to cave in on itself. But a country has nothing better to do, start cave in ourselves. So that's the direction. But that's not always a bad thing. We're just breaking over the paradigm. But the military that we have now, just think of that on a galactic scale, keeping us shut down. I mean, that's pretty much a secret space program, right? But these beings are here to use all their military might, use all their troops, use everything to keep us in this, what we're here. And as that slowly starts to untangle, I mean, is it that far fetched when people, not to those that have had experiences, when they know there's an alien energy here in another dimension? It's not for everybody, obviously, but it's, why doesn't everybody have it for everybody? I don't know. It's just different. It's just, I mean, some people are ready for it and they get manipulated. You know, other beings are manipulating their energy so they can't experience it. And sometimes you just don't need to experience it for various reasons. But yeah, think of like our military, you know, reptilians and other beings, but a lot of us reptilian just keeping our world shut down. And they do it around the clock. And they make sure that we do not wake up. And as we go into the waking up process, I mean, it feels like a lot of them don't mind surrendering. Some of them are, like I said, tired of it. So this little bits of pieces are start to unwind. And like a lot of the reptilians are on Martian rule. And a lot of reptilians are just sick of it. They're sick, and the Martians are sick of being treated like garbage. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. I don't know what they do all day. I don't know what kind of, I mean, they can tell us whatever the hell they do, but you know, but they do spend a lot. I mean, not the whole universe is, I mean, the universe is what some people are watching, but the beings that are here under control, yeah, the reptilians are under control. I mean, it's like a 9 to 5 job, probably more than that, but some of them are slaves. Some of them agree to, a lot of them are slaves, but they're slaves as children, like reptilian children. You know, they got abducted from whoever, kind of like Sparta. You know, they get, you know, they start as a warrior when they're a kid, and then they're a warrior their whole life. That's pretty much what's going on here. At least that's a version of it. There's probably more to it. There's always more. But yeah, so anyway, we'll just leave it at that. It's been a long day. Yeah, because my work called me and just sucked the life out of me. I mean, I had all these things planned and I'm ready to roll, and there it all went. And you know, these trips out here have been kind of rough energy wise. They're not usually like that, but recently they have been. And this is like one of the better energy days until today. It's like somebody has to ruin it, right? So, oh well, I just pull through it. And especially in bringing this type of information in, obviously somebody wants to derail it. So, all right, blessings. Hopefully this work will go deeper into this. I think it's kind of a crash course. I'm being blocked in certain areas, but that's okay. I'm tired out too. I was tired yesterday, but hopefully tomorrow will be better. All right, much love.